Hey there, fellow mobile gamers. My name is NimbleThor, and sometimes a game comes around that is just so unique and so fun that I just can't wait to share it with you guys. And Farm Punks by Noodlecake Studios is one of those types of games. It's out on Android in a beta version already, and then it's slated for a July 25th release on iOS, but you can find all those links in the description box down below if you want to check it out for yourselves. So Farm Punks is, I guess, sort of an action game about rolling fruit downhill and ultimately trying to hit a shop where we can then sell the fruit before it goes bad from all the tumbling downhill. And now we discovered a new fruit here. Definitely a fruit, I think is the name of it. And it's a rare one. And we've got a few challenges here. Hang time, be in the air for 20 seconds overall. What's this one here? Roll 100 meters in a single run and collect 15 scrap overall. Those are our 3 missions as we now start rolling downhill. I know it sounds strange, and it is, but it's super satisfying, and the game is certainly not easy, which is nice because I like the challenge. Can we get over there? Oh no, we took a strong hit, guys. That is not a good start, but we got on top of the barn here. Can we actually get some scrap parts at least? Yes, alright, and we might be able to do a big jump here. Look at that. That is so awesome. We can't get to the shop down here, I think, before we're out of HP. You guys can see the HP in the top of the screen. No, we died just before we hit the shop. That is so unfortunate. Now, the longer we can go before we hit a shop, the better, of course. We get more gold by doing that. But we can end now by clicking mulch up here, or we can watch an advertisement to revive, or we can spend some of the premium currency to revive. Now, don't worry, guys. We still got 400 of the in-game currency from this roll. So it wasn't all bad, but we could have probably gotten a few thousand if we had actually gotten to that shop there. Roll a matto. Roll 100 meters in a single run, so we finished that one already. That's pretty cool. So now you guys have a basic understanding of the game. We control the fruit, by the way. Let's just go for one more round here. We control it by simply swiping either direction on the screen, and then we swipe forward as fast as we can to gain momentum. And that's basically it. And we can also slow down, also in air, by the way. I love games where we can slow down in air. And then we have to just get to a shop at the end, and sometimes we'll hit some of these power-ups, temporary power-ups that allow us to get a bit further. There's a shop. Let's go for the shop just so we can play it safe here and see how much we're gonna get. We got 1,700 of the in-game currency. That is pretty cool. Now, what can we then spend this currency on? Well, for one, if we go back up here to our trees, we can actually upgrade these plants here. So we've got the cactus over here. I guess it's a cactus. And then we've got the apple tree, the good old apple tree, what all started over here. And upgrading the apple tree is relatively cheap. We do have plenty of more trees that we can choose to buy, though. As soon as we have enough money for it, of course, we still have to buy this vacation coconut tree for 9,700. So I'm kind of saving up for that. And then these get just insanely expensive. Now, the cool thing, though, is that the amount of in-game currency that we earn from each of these runs grows exponentially. Every time we get a new type of tree, for example, the cactus, we earn so much more gold. Let's, for example, take the apple here for a spin, and you guys will see that we get barely anything from this in comparison to the cactus fruits. We're doing great here, though. Look at this. We're off to a really great start. Let's pick up this little truck here, whatever you call that, and let's try to get to the speed boost over here. We can make it. We can also hold down and release, by the way, to do a big jump. You know what? We have so much HP. I don't even want to go for the shop. I just want to keep rolling. And now we're going to get to the snowy area. Look at this. A huge fall. I think we had some sort of achievement or mission where we had to get airtime, didn't we? So I think we might be able to get all that airtime here. Look at these jumps we're doing here. I gotta admit, we're doing really great on this run. This might just be the best run that I've done so far. But of course, we had to hit a wall there. Okay, do we want to go for the shop? Or do we want to continue? Okay, we don't have any options. Sadly, I didn't get to that hill or that ramp over there on the right side. But look at this. Even though we got so far into this level, we only got 258 in-game currency from that roll. Now, had we chosen to roll with one of the cactus fruits instead, such as, for example, this one. Let's see what we're gonna get. Quack! That's awesome. This is the legendary one. Then we would have definitely gotten so much more in-game currency from that run there. But that's just a risky run, I think. You typically want to play it a bit more safe when you have these expensive fruits, because they also do take quite some time to recover again. Oh, no, what's happening? What is happening here? I didn't do that. I swear I didn't do that, guys. Don't really know what was going on there. And we're hitting all sorts of things here, though. But at least we're going to get some scrap parts. And I'll go show you guys what we can actually use those scrap parts for as soon as we're done here. Let's see if we can get this quack to the shop down here, though. Hopefully we can. Yes, there we go. And we got 2,800 gold from that single run. That's pretty cool. I love pretty much everything about this game, honestly. The art style is cute, it's really well made, the music is nice and relaxing, which creates a very nice atmosphere, and the gameplay itself is just straight up hilarious. I really love it. Now, we can use the scrap parts for example, upgrading the range of our starting cannon here. Right now, it throws us 500 meters into the field, but obviously we want to try to upgrade that as soon as we can. Now, what we can also buy are gliders and grounders, and you guys have already seen what these do in-game, so we can choose to upgrade those, and that's going to give them more airtime and more speed, I think, but it is also rather expensive to upgrade these, so we don't really have enough scrap parts for that just yet. Now, lastly, we have our dog over here. Now, a dog will sometimes dig up more in-game currency, so once you return to the game after having not played for a while, there will most likely be a nice bunch of cash waiting for you. Now, as you guys can see, we have to wait 16 seconds for this next fruit here on the cactus tree, and that's why you definitely want to keep your apple tree. You can also upgrade to get more room, but we don't have more of the premium currency in the game so far. We got some premium currency when we started the game, and I spent that on buying room for this tree here, but I'm sure we're going to earn more premium currency over time, and then of course we're gonna expand. But my point is, make sure to keep one of your apple trees, even though we could actually upgrade this one to a cactus as well. But if we do that, then we'll have to wait for these cactus roots to grow out, and they take 4 minutes at the moment, as you guys can see over here on the left side. Now, what we can do, of course, is we can upgrade the cactus, but do we want to do that? I'm so close to having that coconut tree. You know what, guys? I think we're just gonna go for getting that coconut tree instead. So I'm gonna save up the gold, even though we could have chosen to upgrade, and that would have actually decreased the amount of wait time we had to go through before we could get a new fruit. Now, look at this. This is so awesome. I love these 3D map designs here. They're just so extremely well made. And we're onto the snow playing field already with a ton of HP left on our little potato here. And we're gonna pick up this little power up here. It doesn't last for that long, but let's go for the shop down here. I think that's gonna earn us at the very least 2,000. It should, right? No, okay, 1,700 actually. Not too shabby, not too bad. It is gonna give us enough so that we can actually now go buy a new tree. But now, of course, it gets tricky, because do we want to replace the vacation tree, the coconut tree, with the cactus, or with the apple tree? Going completely against everything I just said, I think I'm gonna replace the apple tree, actually. Let's go for a vacation tree that's gonna cost 9,750 of the in-game currency. And that might not have been the best decision, because we do still have to wait 2 minutes for the fruit over here in the cactus to grow out, unless we spend some gold on decreasing that time a tiny bit by upgrading it. But let's just go for it. We discovered a new fruit here, the poolside fruit. We all know the poolside fruit. Amazing fruit, love it. One of my all-time favorite fruits. Now, there are over 25 trees, I think 30 trees in total in this game, and just about 80 different types of fruits. So there's certainly plenty to get into, and there's plenty to unlock and upgrade and level up and so on in this game. That's what makes this game already one of my all-time favorite mobile games, even though it hasn't actually fully released yet. But what do you guys think about it, though? Do you like the game so far? Do you like what you've seen? Are you looking forward to finally getting to play it? Or isn't this your cup of tea? I mean, that's totally fair, but I gotta admit, I'm having the time of my life with this game. Look at this, it got us 8,500 gold. That's nearly all the gold that we had earned before from just a single run. That is so awesome. So now what? Now what? Do we have to wait now? I don't think we have any more fruit now, guys. So that's, of course, how the game monetizes. We have to wait 27 seconds here. We can buy more of the premium currency, so we can buy more room for more trees. And if we're out of fruit, we have to wait to play. But as long as you keep the apple tree, though, I said it already, as long as you keep that one, you are not gonna hit any sort of energy system whatsoever. The monetization is very relaxed, which I'm glad to see, despite the game having in-app purchases that do go all the way up to $100 US. I don't see why anyone would buy that, but it just seems to be the rule of the game these days. It's a requirement nearly, I think, for any mobile game to have in-app purchases that at the very least go up to $100 US. In any case, the game is still such an easy recommendation. It's very well made. I could keep saying good things about this game forever, but I think you guys already do understand my view on this game. I'm freaking in love with it, and it's definitely such an easy recommendation from my end. It has just got to be one of the most unique and most fun games I've played in 2019 so far. Do let me know what you think about the game, though, in the comment section down below. For me, it's a keeper. So with that said, let's get into the good stuff, the mobile gaming news of the day, which is that the developer of Cultist Simulator has now revealed that the game has earned $226,000 in revenue on mobile in just 2 months already, of which, and this is the interesting part, I think, 132,000 came from the App Store, so iOS devices, and $90,000 came from Google Play instead. I haven't really played Cultist Simulator yet myself, but I heard really good things about it though, so it might be worth checking out for you guys if you're curious about the game. And if you have already played it, I would love to hear if you liked it or not. So let's continue that conversation in the comment section, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.